Hi, everybody. It's Joy Packard. How are you guys doing? I'm about to actually record a podcast, and whenever I am ready, I basically like to do a live video for you because everything is set up. So let's see here. It's been an awesome day today. I had a very tiring weekend, so I just took a break and did nothing this weekend. You ever have a weekend like that where you think you're going to get all this stuff done? You think you're going to get all of this stuff done and then you don't. And so sometimes, you just have to do whatever you have to do, right? And so I'm not sure about you, but I love to go shopping. I love finding deals. I love being able to, especially I was actually looking for a new calendar for since we're already halfway through 2017. Can you believe that? I mean, 2018 rather. And so I was looking for a bigger appointment calendar book, and they didn't have any at this place. So anyway, I went to Five Below because it was next door to Ross, and I thought they might have some of those calendars. And in the midst of it all, I found some awesome books. Number one, I I love this guitar chord book. I don't know, for those of you who play the guitar, it's awesome because if you want to know how to play a specific chord, it shows you like right here. I mean, it's so clear and it has like every chord, right? And so this was a cool book. I love getting bargains over there. So, if you don't have the guitar book and you go to Five Below, you can get it there for $5, or was it $3? $5. So it was awesome. So the other book that I found, because many of you know that I'm so into energy medicine and things like that. And so I found this awesome book. It's called Mindful Journaling. And it's basically, it says mindful journaling, rewrite the script of your life. And sometimes like I like to sit down and I like to think about writing my book that I want to write one day, or I love to journal. I love journaling because it helps me to really organize my thoughts. It helps me to really think about my life, in different segments. And so I found this awesome book. If you have a Five Below near you, maybe you can pick it up. It's awesome. And so what's neat about it is like every page has something about being mindful of yourself, such as this. Compliment each person you meet each day. I think that's so cool. And then, it has like spend time where you decide not to rush anything. Being mindful is such a huge thing. It's like a lot of times we go through our day and we're not mindful at all, are we? We just go and we just kind of float through life, and we just kind of go about our day, and we're working or we're doing the things that we're doing, and we're so not mindful. And so, this book that I found, Mindful Journaling, is awesome because, it's not just about journaling, it's about being mindful. And, one of my words of 2018 is aware, being aware. And what I mean by that, well, being aware meaning, whoops, I closed the screen on you. Being aware meaning being aware of those around you, being mindful of ourselves, what we're doing, what is it that we want to accomplish in our life. And maybe it's, we talk a lot about being mindful of those around us, right? And so this book is so awesome because every day gives you some kind of mindfulness thing like this. It gives you a little thought, at the top, and then it gives you an idea of what to write in your mindful journal. So some of the things that they have is, spend time where you decide not to rush anything. Sometimes we're such in a rush on a daily basis that we're unaware. We're unaware of the lady who might need help, loading her water in the car. We're unaware of, maybe the lady who is trying to cross the street with, 3 of her babies and needs some help or something. I've been so into the awareness thing lately. I'm not sure why, but I mean, it's a good thing. It's a good thing to be aware. And so some other things that it talks about, decide about your priorities for the day as you wake up. So, it gives you the title. For those who are coming on late, this is a book that I found at Five Below. It's called Mindful Journaling. Helps you to become mindful, gives you an idea, and then helps you to journal about it so that you can become mindful, basically. And so decide your priorities for the day as you wake up. So what do you really need to accomplish? What could you wait, or what is truly not important? Trying to fit in too much into your day is a quick way to feel overwhelmed. And ensure that the mindful moments are even harder to access. So I think that is so awesome, about this book. I love it. Going to the $5 to the dollar store has awesome books too. And the $5, sorry, somebody rang my doorbell. Might be UPS. Anyway, hey Steve, how you doing? And so, yeah, I love this. So if you're into journaling and you're into the word of 2018, which is aware, to be aware of those around you. There's just a couple more here to show you. Connect with your body mindfully by, oh, sorry, I don't like, that one. I already read that earlier. Ask yourself what being awake means to you. What does it really mean to be awake? Make a list. I love this one. Make a list of everything for which you feel grateful, from the smallest of things to the most crucial. How cool is that? I mean, we're all about being grateful, and we're all about starting our mornings with gratitude, ending it with gratitude. There's so many things that you can do. So this one has a big old 2 pages that are dedicated to it for that one, for writing down everything for which you are grateful for. So, let's see here. I'll read to you a few more. Learn more about what happens to your body when you breathe. How many of you guys take the time to actually breathe? Whenever you do yoga, I used to think it was the craziest thing because I didn't understand yoga that much, but they talked about breathing and the importance of breath, right? And so this tells you to learn more about what happens to your body when you breathe. So every single day, you can take this journal. And you can, if you run out of the space to write it, then you can just get like a composition book or a journal. And so let's see here. I'm going to read to you a few more because it's so good. Sing to enhance mindfulness. How many of you guys actually sing? Even though if you don't have a good voice, you might say, I don't really sing very well, so I don't want to, but it really does bring happiness, right? Pick an object you use every day and really study it. Be mindful of everything you eat in one day and make a note of what you put into your body. So mindfulness of our health, mindfulness of being aware. Let's see what else it says. Consider how you would feel if some aspects of life are altered. What would happen, right? Use counting as a way to focus on your thoughts. Take an object that you use or see every day and turn it upside down. That's interesting. Give your hands some mindful attention. Just a few more here. Make a conscious decision to minimize all noise around you for a period of time. How hard is that for us, right? We have noise everywhere. This is what it says under here. It says, turn off whatever you can. Then notice what less noise means to you and how it makes you feel. What do you miss, if anything? Check what do you need or want to turn back on after and observe the effect it has on you, right? Think about every sound you choose to have around you each day and experiment without having less and more for a few days. How do you silence and to have effect to be more mindful, right? Sometimes, we have so much noise around us. Like, I'm not sure about you, but there are some people who have to have their TV on all the time and, for noise. And for me, I'm just like, when it's quiet in my house, I don't know if it's just because I have so many kids. It's like, listen, it's super quiet in my house right now. That's why I'm about to record a podcast. And so mindful journaling, awesome. It just gives you a chance to think about and be mindful of the things that you're doing, mindful of your mind, mindful of your breathing, mindful of those around you, mindful of the things that you think are so important, like to have, but are really not. So I challenge you, if you have a Five Below, maybe you can get the book, Mindful Journaling. It's only like $5, but I challenge you to basically be more aware. We've talked about awareness all year long from the beginning of 2018, but we're talking about being aware and being mindful of the things and people around us, right? And so I think that you know that was such a great thing. Like I say, I was so excited to find my guitar chords book, and then right beside it was this mindful journaling book. Love stuff like that. So anyway, I hope you guys are having an amazing day. I hope this has helped you in some way. These are the kind of things that we talk about on my podcast. For those of you who don't know that there's a podcast, it's called Joy Reveals. It's on iTunes and it's on the Stitcher app if you're on Android. So we talk about, mind and health hacks and travel and business tips. We talk about Amazon, business opportunities. We talk about how to become the best version of yourself. So if you haven't downloaded that, I encourage you to do that. And so, it's just something that I enjoy doing. And I hope that, as a podcast and the episodes continue to grow, that it will help someone out there. I think that's my goal, is to have a voice in the world to help those. I'm going to share with you one more thought before I let you go. So right here, I think I read this to some of you at the other times, and it says, adapt to circumstances in order to make progress. I love that. And, a lot of times we are so concerned on things that we are doing that we don't realize that we need to adapt to the circumstances around us. I'm going to read that again because it's my favorite fortune cookie. It says, adapt to circumstances in order to make progress. If we are so caught up, and this has to do with the mindfulness that we're talking about, right? If we are so caught up with, I wish that this particular circumstance was different, and then it would be easier, and then I would, be so much better. I wish that this circumstance was either easier or harder, or I was, this way or that way. And, so as we do this, again, adapt to circumstances in order to make progress. How cool is that? We won't always have perfect days. This weekend was not perfect for me. I wasn't feeling well. And I felt like, everything was really overwhelming, which I know a lot of us feel that way, but I'm much better today. And it's because we have to really be mindful as we're talking about it. Those who are coming on late, it's called the mindful journaling. It's a rewrite the script of your life. It's so awesome. Yeah, Angela, it's only $5 at Five Below. So be aware and be mindful of the things that you are trying to do. Be mindful of those around you. And also, I would appreciate it if you would download and review my podcast, the Joy Reveals podcast. Subscribe, download, review, because then it helps the show be rated and move up, So it's really, really cool. I so enjoy. We are on episode 18, or I'm actually going to record 19 here in a few minutes. And it's actually going to be titled How to Get Out of Your Rut, right? And so, we have some travel episodes on there. We have some interviews with experts. We have an amazing episode called The Frequency Ladder with Abby Moneyhan. So if you guys haven't checked that out, you should. So anyway, looks like my daughter's texting me, needs to get an answer on picking up Austin or something like that. So I better let you go. I hope you guys have an amazing evening. I hope you are, if you have a Five Below, that might be a good thing, or maybe it's cheap on Amazon. I don't know. But if you don't have the journal, then maybe you can just think of some things that you can write about as far as being more mindful in your life. So, all right, take care. Thanks for listening. Have an amazing evening.